Okay, this is how I do a daisy chain. We're going to start off with 3 beads. 2 are the outside flower petal color and 1 is going to be your inside color. And so I usually try to use green or yellow because it looks kind of like pollen. So you would pull those down to the end, and then you're going to go back through only the 2 petal colors and pull that tight, and that'll kind of make the 2 out of the 8 petals of your flower. So you're going to have to hold this tight until you get this first flower done, so I just pinch it like that. Get 2 more petal colors, so I'm using purple. Pull it all the way down. Now we're going to go through, we want it to curve around like this, so we're going to go through our pollen color, and then we're going to go through the 2 new petals like this and pull that tight, and that'll make half of a flower. You have to pull it really tight to get a good shape. We have half of our flower now. We're going to do that exact same thing again. Okay, so I have petal number 5 and 6 on here. We're going to do the same thing again, go through the pollen color. With petal number 5 and 6, you go through the last 4 beads that you put on. So you're going through petal number 3 and 4. And you usually can't get all 4 at the same time. And then petal number 5 and 6. And then pull that good and tight again. So you're 3/4 done. And then 2 more petals. And this time we do not go through the pollen color. We only go through beads number 1 and 2. So we have a daisy. So that's one daisy. Then what we want to do is do one side of the loop. I'm just going to make it real simple and do a really short loop. So now we have one daisy and one side of our loop, so we need to make another daisy. So we do purple, purple, yellow. We're going to go through that whole process again through bead 1 and 2, but not through the inner pollen color. Pull it down real tight. If it ends up like that, it means your thread is twisted, so I gotta fix that. So it's got to be sideways like that. Through the inner color. Then through number 3 and 4. So that's through 3 and 4, so 2 more petals. Through the pollen. Now we're going to go through 3, 4, 5, and 6. And pull it down towards the bottom so it starts to have its shape. Then the last 2 petals do not go through the center color, they only go through beads number 1 and 2. So now we have 2 daisies and one side of our loop. Okay, that's what we have now. This is going to end up being like this. So we want to make the other side of our loop. So we trace the edge of the flower around here, go through beads 3 and 4, through 5 and 6. Now we have our thread exiting the daisy at the bottom instead of the top. So we're going to put 5 more white beads on. And we're going to enter our first daisy right here so that 2 beads remain outside of the loop, 2 beads remain inside of the loop, and 2 beads become part of the loop on each side. So, and if you leave these loops a little bit looser, they'll lay nicer. I pulled that last loop a little bit too tight. So now we're exiting this daisy in the right spot to make a new loop. So you'll do exactly the same pattern, do 5 white beads, make a daisy. Then you're going to do 5 white beads to fill up this side of this loop. You're going to trace around the upper edge of this daisy here, and you're going to go back up, trace back up through the loop on this side, and you'll be exiting this third daisy right here where we're exiting this second daisy to make another loop on your chain. So finish that daisy, so we trace around the edge again. And we're going to come out so that there are 2 petals left in between. So now we're exiting that upper daisy there in the right spot to close the loop. So we need 5 white beads. We're going to enter this daisy right here, leaving 2 in the middle and 2 on the side, and we're going to trace all the way around it. We've entered it there. We're going to trace all the way around it and up and out our last daisy to start a new loop. So now we're coming out the side. We gotta go up. All the way through the 2 petals on the side, all the way through these 5 white beads, and all the way through this daisy's 2 petals on the side. And pull it good and tight. And now we're back in a position where we can start loop number 3 and daisy number 4.